today's video, you will be able to learn how to do double under crossovers consequently, all right? Or multiple double under crossovers, or continuously, all right? Trying to find the right word, but you guys get the drift, okay? It's not just gonna be 1 or 2 where you trip up, or 4 or 5. I want you guys to be able to do this at will, at ease, and with your eyes closed. I had a really good comment come from a very cool subscriber, okay? This is from Green Hornet 8557. If you're watching this, mate, thank you for this, all right? He said, I can't seem to progress anymore. Sad face. I'm desperate to do this move consequently. I can do one, but never more than 1 in a row. So if you are like many more around the world, folks, and wanting to crush your skipping game, your cardio game, you come to the right channel, okay? And if you are new, hit the subscribe button. Check my links down below, folks. rushathletics.co.uk will get you geared up with the best ropes on the internet and on YouTube. We're also stocking on most major Amazons, so go check there as well before you do anything else. I'm gonna do a little recap on video 1 and video 2, really, okay? And the double under crossover is about timing, tempo, and balance, right? If you keep those 3 little features in your mind, you'll kind of understand why this is such a difficult move, but also help you do this in the first place. So just remember, we're trying to make an X shape with our hands, all right? And when I said X shape on video 1, you remember, is we're making a shape like this with our hands. As we cross, we're pointing our thumbs down to the floor, and as we uncross down and away as well. So there's an X here, and then we go down here. So you just have to remember your thumbs are very important. The mistake that a lot of people make is that they cross up here and away from their body. Now you're gonna be feeling closer here, and you're gonna be down and away with the thumbs. That's gonna give us really nice arcs and ensure that we get perfect crossing every time. It makes the arcs nice and narrow, close to our body, as opposed to wide. It doesn't shorten our rope, it actually lengthens it, which again, stops us from tripping. In video 2, we talked about whether or not you should use knots and how you should sort of feel the handles in your hands and your fingers, the light grip pressure. So always remember that as well. Every single time we're doing this move, if you wanna do it multiple times, continuously, whatever sort of number you've got in your mind, whether you've got a target of doing 5 or 10, is you wanna always maintain constant grip pressure and really light. Let's get into 3 drills that's gonna help you nail this consistently, continuously, every single time. So the first drill you're gonna try is called the half cross drill, okay? Now, don't watch the names, all right? I'm trying to make up these cool names to just help it stick in the head, but just think of the half cross drill. So it's the move done at 50%. So we're not gonna complete the move. And what you're gonna learn in this drill is really the timing and consistency element of creating that first cross. So let me just demonstrate what the half cross drill is. We're gonna be starting here, 1 double under, and just that, all right? Even to simplify that more, you can even start with the rope behind us. And what's gonna happen is we're gonna jump through once, 1 double under, and then we're gonna start this move where we're gonna start with the cross and just land and just let the rope sort of just finish on your feet. That's all fine. But we're just practicing this, right? So I'm trying to practice you and trying to help you guys practice in a way that you can start with a double under just to get your body moving, because this move is actually quite hard to do from a standing boxer step, for example. Obviously with years of practice, I can kind of do it with ease, but what I'm gonna try and get you to do with this half cross drill is to start the move as so. So rope behind us like this. It's gonna be 1 jump or 1 little hop over the rope. You're gonna start a double under, and then from there, you're just gonna do this nice little half cross where we do the double, we cross, we're taking off. And what I'm just trying to help you understand here, guys, is to try and maintain this cross for that split second longer. Because what a lot of people mess up on is they think that this move needs to be done so quickly that they try and do the cross and uncross in just such a fast action that they haven't even built this lovely loop for them to jump over first, because that's the first part of this move, which is you need to learn to jump through whilst crossing at the same time. So try this like, I don't know, 10, 20 times, 1 jump, double, and then just cross and jump and just hold this cross motion here. So your hands stay in the same position. And we're just creating this lovely arc, nice narrow arc. Get used to learning to do this move just after a double under, and get used to jumping and crossing at the same time. All right, moving on to drill number 2, guys. This is the famous ladder drill, the ladder drill that I've brought up in so many different moves across the years on this channel. And this is the one that's gonna get you doing this consistently, all right? This is the one that's gonna give you that timing and that tempo and that understanding of when you need to cross, when you need to uncross, and get your brain and that muscle memory working together. So the muscle memory is very, very important, okay? And what we're gonna do is we're gonna build this in slowly. So this is the ladder drill, right? One double under crossover. Two doubles, two double under crossovers, all right? We'll do 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay? Now, this is obviously a lot more difficult than how I can explain it. But when you do learn and try and practice it, it'll start to make sense in your head. Because what we're trying to do is we're trying to build a count in your mind. So having these double unders just before the move starts, we're getting our body in a little bit more rhythm, a little bit more muscle memory. So the reason why this drill is really powerful, folks, because most people, when they want to learn consecutive or multiple double unders, is they just go straight into it. They want to try and bash out 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, whatever it is, and they just keep getting stuck on random numbers. I want you to try and build in this muscle memory, because when you go through the ladder, there will come a point where you can do 2, or you can do 3 and 4 together. You can string it, you'll start to string it. So let's say we're on 4 and we really struggle with 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's just say we trip on the 5th one, okay? That's not because you can't no longer do them consistently. You can just do 4 already perfectly. And that's all I care about, because as more you practice, the more muscle memory. And when you come on to drill number 3, you'll start to realize that doing 6 in a row perfectly is always better than just having random numbers. Like, so one day you can do 10, or one day you can only do 3. We don't want that. We want to just be able to do consistent. If it's 3, 4, or 5, perfectly. Because in time, as the muscle memory develops, as your brain understands the timing, you're definitely going to get better. You're definitely going to be able to understand the move, and then it will just start to increase and develop in numbers as time goes on. You just have to trust it. So the last point in the ladder drill is the reason, again, why it's also powerful is as I'm talking you through the numbers, when I'm going 1, 2, 3, you need to be doing the same, okay? And you have to make sure that your hands are working on those same numbers. You can't be trying to speed up. You just have to keep the count consistent, right? So let's say we're on like number 8 now, right? Here's how I do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? Now, it's very important that we listen to the sound of the rope, right? That's gonna be coming up later in drill number 3. But as you can see, get the timing working by just at least saying it out loud, the number, or saying it in your head. You need to be able to follow some kind of rhythm or some kind of tempo. And once you get it, it will start to happen naturally, I promise you. Okay, drill number 3, all right? Now, I'm pulling out my heavy duty mat here. If you guys want to train properly, look after your ropes, look after your joints, I would encourage you, like, seriously, this is not a sales pitch, but I would encourage you to start skipping on good surfaces, right? Now the flooring around this place is top notch, okay? I mean, but the mat itself, if you're in a gym or at your home, in the park, you need this type of flooring to use your ropes correctly, okay? Ropes will be damaged, your knees will get crushed if you're on concrete or hard surfaces or wooden floors. So yeah, take time to invest in a mat, but this mat is gonna be used for drill number 3, okay? Which is understanding your spatial awareness, understanding how your body moves whilst you're doing multiple double under crossovers, right? Now, I talked about the sound of your rope, right? This is a specific sense. You're understanding with your ears and your hands the sound of these whips. So when I talked about doing a 8 count, let's say we're just doing 2. So 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, there's a specific sound of the rope. When you start listening to the sounds of the rope, it creates a little bit of timing. It then goes through the brain, through the motor neurons, and then into your hands, into the rope, okay? So these are senses that we can make use of. So when I've got this mat here, I'm now gonna focus on staying on the middle of this mat. And if you guys have got space or working in your garden and you've got an RA mat, you can really focus on being at the center of this mat. You'll understand if you're starting to move forward or backwards, and your goal is to try and stay centered. Now, what you're gonna do is, we talked about the sound of the rope, we talked about the space, now your eyes, all right? So your eyes are very key. You need to have a little focus of your eyes, whether it's straight ahead, which is what I do sometimes, or it could be 45 degrees, but try and focus on something very specific in front of you whether it's a mirror or something, you're just looking directly at your own eyes. But this now, staying in the same spot, all right? We're doing everything that we talked about with the count and the ladders. We're gonna be in the same spot. So just watch my footwork here. Okay, now very minimal movement. I'm talking, it could be like an inch maybe backwards at most, but we don't want any swaying, no side to side, not too much forward or backwards. And this now all comes from your core. So there's loads of stuff I'm talking about on this video, okay? I've talked about your senses, which is really important. I've talked about timing, speaking out the numbers loud, 1, 2, 3. But if you followed videos 1 and videos 2, you really need to now encompass all of that information and understand we need a strong core. We need to brace or engage the core. So every time I'm doing this move, I feel like I'm doing a sit-up, like in midair. I feel like a little bit of, someone was about to punch me, you know, I'm just tensing the stomach, not in an uncomfortable way, but you know what I'm getting at here. You don't want to feel a little bit fluffy when you're jumping. Every jump has to have a good foundation. That starts with your footwork, but having a really strong core whilst you do this. And this doesn't really have anything to do with your weight. I've seen bigger people do this, less strong people do this. It's just everyone can brace or engage their core. Even as I'm standing talking to you right now, I'm doing it, okay? So you want that kind of feeling. So we have a lot of stability and a lot of balance, and that is the main point of drill number 3. So folks, this has been a long video, I can already tell, but I've enjoyed doing this masterclass. There'll be loads more, I'm sure, in the future, double under crossover videos when I come up with new ideas, new drills. I just want to keep you guys flying. That's my one and only purpose and goal right now, is to get a skipping rope into the hands of as many people around the world and just inspire them to just use it and get better and enjoy their cardio. So if you're one of those people who are supporting the brand from behind the camera, wherever you are in the world, thank you as always. Please check the links. Make use of our incredible sale we've got going on. We ship worldwide. And again, check your Amazon as well, your local Amazon. We potentially could be stock in there. So if you enjoyed that, give this video a big thumbs up. As always, know that I love you loads, and I'll see you in the next video for more fire tutorials. Drop me a comment as well. Shout out to Green Hornet for that one. And yeah, I'll try and get a video done for you. Whatever you're struggling with, let me know. So folks, until the next time, take care of yourself. Skip the treadmill. Stay safe. Peace.
Was the knight in shining armor in your movie? Would put your lips on mine and love the aftertaste now.